Hey, it's Andrew here in the Activision booth, and I'm here with Greg from High Moon Studios. Sir, it's great to see you.
Hey, thanks so much for being here and checking out Fall of Cybertron.
Anytime. And indeed, that is what we are looking at today, Transformers Fall of Cybertron, the sequel to a game that I really thought catered to a niche crowd. And it's interesting, too, because the Transformers movies games, I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all, but War for Cybertron was actually quite a good game. Can you just talk a little bit about what made you guys decide to do the sequel to this?
Well, with War for Cybertron, we were really encouraged, right? That was a game, we're Transformers fans, mostly G1 Transformers fans, but we love the whole universe. And we're creating backstory that's for the whole universe, but we created that game and we saw a huge response for it, so it was very encouraging. And we thought, like, wow, if we get a chance to do another one of these, we can add in a bunch more features and expose it to an even wider audience. So I think we've raised the bar with Fall of Cybertron, and if you liked War for Cybertron, this is going to be even better.
Excellent. So I want to say that one of the coolest features of War for Cybertron, it featured multiplayer, and I say that it doesn't really seem seminal because of all the multiplayer shooters, third-person shooters out there, but what you guys did was you successfully packaged in sort of Call of Duty-esque gameplay, but you kept it unique because you could transform and such. Could you talk a little bit about the multiplayer and how you guys went about it and what you're going to do different this time?
Well, what's great about Transformers and multiplayer, why they're so perfect for each other, is like, look, in other shooters, I can get into a vehicle sometimes, right? But in Transformers, I am the vehicle, right? And I become a vehicle at any time. Like, my favorite thing to do is I play as jets, right? And I like hit and run tactics, and that's perfect for that class. I can jump off a ledge, melee a guy, transform into a jet, fly across the other side of the map, then come back. Or you can be a giant tank. I mean, it's all so fluid. It makes the multiplayer action really, really intense and different from anything else out there. And then in Fall of Cybertron, you talk about point of difference. Well, the biggest feature that we've added by far and away is our character customization feature. This is an MMO-style character customization feature that's in Fall of Cybertron. You're going to be able to build your own unique Transformer, working with different parts for his arms, legs, chest, head. It's going to be great. I think, anybody we put in a test environment, they spend an hour just playing with the parts to figure out their perfect Transformer. They love it that much. It's a great feature.
Customization was something that I was looking more forward to, and amazing. Can't wait to see more of that. Now, how about the story? What do you think? How are we going to be developing this one? Because I thought that it was a pretty good plot overall, but I wanted to see more from it. Being a G1 Transformers fan myself, I love seeing the old styles brought back, Prime and I want to see Soundwave, and I want to see all those guys just together again. Could you elaborate a little bit more on the story?
Yeah, we love the story in War for Cybertron, but we're artists. We can always strive to do better, right? And this is our second crack with this license, and one of the things we wanted to do is, okay, we wanted more of an emotional story too. You're on Cybertron. This is their legendary home planet. They're losing their home. In this game, the Autobots have lost this war. Things have hit the fan, so to speak, and all of the Autobots, most known characters, they're wounded, they're damaged, or in some cases dying, and they're in a desperate thrill ride, for survival. That's really what our game, and it's such a story worth telling too, because here you have, this end of a civilization. I like to liken it to kind of like the fall of Troy, right? If we could go back to classic literature, I think we're telling a fall of Troy story, or an Exodus story, if you will.
So, to close things up here, when are we expecting this game to drop?
So the game comes out for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC August 28th here in the United States.
That's soon.
That's not too far along. You should pre-order now. But, look, all the classic characters that we have in here, the ones that you expect, like Optimus Prime, of course, he's in there, Bumblebee, Megatron, but we've got characters that have never been in a Transformers game.
Grimlock?
Grimlock. Giant, fire-breathing robot space T-Rex. Who doesn't want to play as Grimlock? But Metroplex, combiners like Bruticus are in there. It's a fantastic cast. It's a best Transformers game ever made, hands down. If you care about this license in any way, shape, or form, this is the game to play.
All right. So who's your favorite Transformer? Go.
You know what? At the risk of being boring, I'd say Optimus Prime. But in this game, Vortex, one of the Combaticons, is a character that's really like popped up to me. I love his gameplay. I can transform to a helicopter at any time, and in the spaces where you play him, they kind of like become these giant jungle gym levels. I love playing as Vortex.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fall of Cybertron. Can't wait to play it.
Enjoy the rest of E3.